Hi, this is Candace here. And I'm coming to you today to just really talk to you guys. So, to like really just, I had a colonoscopy this morning. So, I had a colonoscopy this morning, and before I went in, I went under because I was under anesthesia. They gave me propofol. Is that what it's called? Anything. Anyway, the stuff that Michael Jackson was on. So my mind just started going like, oh, you know that Michael Jackson died on this. Sometimes we have to talk to our thoughts. I just was like, be quiet. I was like, be quiet. You know, like, just be quiet. I'm good. Be quiet. I'm gonna be okay. But yesterday, I did a lot. My friend had did a live stream, and she asked, did anyone want to join? And I was like, yeah, I'll join. And her topic was body shaming and the double standard, how women could say things to men about their body, but vice versa is not going to be received the same way. And we just got into this whole other thing, like the man versus the woman thing. And I was reading her comments, and because I said that male, to me, I wasn't talking for anyone else, the male species to me is a threat. To me. You know what I'm saying? To me, like, everybody else's experience is different. But every male that I have come into contact with I'm not going to say did to me because I don't want to be a victim, but I already explained this multiple times, like, that how my experiences with my male counterparts. But you know what it is? It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me. And when I was talking on the live stream and I was talking to her, and she's on the right track because she's doing mirror work and she's taking accountability. But that's where we start. That's where we have to start. It was weighing so heavy on me, and I was like, that's our problem. We're blaming the men because we were on the panel, and another guy was like, yeah, y'all women, be like, we don't need a nigga for shit, and this and this and that. But I'm just like, before it even got to that point, because in my lifetime, I couldn't rely on any male that came in my circle. Like, I couldn't rely, like, solely on a male to do anything that I needed them. Like, they just wasn't, it wasn't even that kind of situation ever for me to be taken care of by a man. Like, it's always been me. It's always been my mom. It's always been my aunts. It's always been, I've never had a male, like, come and be like, so. But the thing is, we have to take accountability for us. And I think that once us, and when I say us, I'm repping women all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there is a disconnect between ourselves. There's a disconnect between our subconscious and our conscious, and many women are focused constantly on externally fixing their bodies, and that's what we discussed on her live stream too. Fixing her body, fixing their bodies, and doing all this other stuff. If we dealt with what's in here, if we got in the mirror and we did the work on ourselves, I doubt it would be all that it is today. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as women, if we stop putting up with men's crap and stop taking their the bare minimum or whatever they have to give us, if we start acquiring, they will come up to the bar. If we raise the bar, men will come to it. But it's the fact that we are not caring about ourselves and loving ourselves and have standards and boundaries. And that's another thing she said, that we don't have boundaries, and it just all starts with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about just superficially we have to deal with ourselves. No, we have to deal with our mommy issues that we have. We have to deal with the daddy issues that we have. And I'm not even trying to downplay it, because a lot of us have had, childhoods that were like, wow, but I'm like, we made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I talk to my mom and I'm not going to say that she doesn't remember, but I be bringing up stuff to her like, Mom, when I go to parent my own children and she gives me advice, I'm like, where was this mom when I was growing up? Because you wasn't having none of this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to say that she forgot or whatever, but it still has nothing to do with her. It's all me. You know what I'm saying? My parents had a job. They created me. And I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the situation was with my father, what he did, the lack thereof, what he didn't, my mom, what she did, what she didn't do, I'm here. I made it to this point, I made it to this point. So I'm grateful for that, because a lot of people did not make it to 38. And I'm happy to say that I did. But we have a lot of work to do, ladies. We have a lot of work to do within ourselves. It don't have nothing to do about Joe. It don't have nothing to do about nobody else. It's us. We have to, just like I had to say, okay, why is this happening to me? Like, why am I allowing this to happen to me? Like, it's not easy, but it's worth it. Because I could sit all day and blame my husband, and I could sit all day and blame other people I got into relationships with and what they did. And no, but it starts with me. Why did I allow that? And I think that, long story short, the truth of the matter is I was broken. I was broken, and I was really broken. Like, that's the only thing that can explain why I allowed some of the crazy. If I sat here and I told y'all the things that I allowed, y'all would be like, what? Yeah, because I was broken and I didn't love myself, So that's where we have to start. We have to love ourselves, and we have to set boundaries, and we have to have conversations, and we have to tell people, I don't like when you talk to me like that. It could be just as simple as that, and we just have to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves. And no surgery, no nose job, no veneers, no lip job, nothing is gonna fix it, because we are broken, and we need to stop having babies. We need to stop bringing children into this world, because the whole consensus of women are like, oh, there's no good men out here, men of this, men of that. Okay, cool. Why are we having any babies then? Why are we having their babies? Why are we having a whole human with 50% of him, 50% of us, if we know he ain't shit? Like, why? Why are we not paying attention to the red flags? Oh, this is the thing from my I was in a hospital earlier. Why are we not paying attention to the red flags? Why? This has nothing to do with anyone else. Why are we not listening to ourselves? Why are we not trusting ourselves? This has nothing to do with anyone. It has nothing to do with what mama did. And at the end of the day, I'm just so grateful for my mom. Like, a lot of people don't have their mothers. So it's like everything that she did in the past and this and that, what does it have to do with right now? What does it have to do with right now? At the end of the day, when that woman lays her head down, she has to live with what she did as a parent, and what she did the best she could. But in any event, in any way of that, if there is anything that she did that she's not happy with, she has to live with that. We all have to take accountability for our own actions. It don't have nothing to do with nobody else. It don't have nothing to do with nobody else. You know, and the way people think of you, what people think of you, you know what it has to be in this thing called life? We have to have blinders on. Like the horses, we have to have blinders. We cannot see what's going on. And the thing is, like, everything that's going on around you, the way people feel about you, you can't control anything but you. That's the key. I think it's you, controlling your actions, controlling your world, who's allowed to be in it. And that's what I had to do. Like, I cut a lot of people off because this is my life. This is my life. And if you're not treating me accordingly, then you have to go. You know, and this is something that I learned to do, because before I kept thinking, oh, I don't want this one to be mad at me, or the type of person that I am a ride or die. Well, I would say I was. The type of person I would ride until the wheels fall off. Ride and stop. You could slap me, I'll turn the other cheek, and I would just keep on. No, not today. That's not who I am today. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm not trying to force friendships. I'm not trying to force relationships. I'm not trying to force anything with anyone. If you want to be on this train, then all aboard. Without the negativity, without the drama, without all that, you know? And before I went into my procedure, a nurse came in and she said, you have multiple sclerosis. I seen in your chart, I read your chart, and you have multiple sclerosis. And you are doing a good job. She said, I seen you walking. You are doing a good job. Don't worry. And this lady just told me this on GP. She didn't know me. She said, listen, my sister has multiple sclerosis. And that disease is something. You don't let anybody tell you anything. She said, you don't let nobody tell you anything. She was like, about your disease. She was like, we're not in your body. We don't know what you're going through. We don't know. Don't take anybody's shit. And I'm like, it was just right on time, you know? Because I'm already on that path. But it's like, yeah, I'm not taking anybody's crap. I'm not, you know, but I feel like as a whole, I feel like I'm a female, and the state of us, we're really like sad because We walking around blaming everyone for our shortcomings and our issues and our problems. And we can't. It starts with us. It ends with us. Even in relationships, it starts and ends with us. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to get in the mirror and pay attention to just look deep within yourself. And I'm not trying to say you don't have to go that deep. Just look in your eyes. Your eyes will tell you. Your eyes will tell you. You know, you might think that you got it, but you look in that mirror and you'll see you and you'll see all your vulnerability, and you just start to deal with yourself day by day by day. You'll become a better sister, a better friend, a better mom, and a better person to yourself, you know? And I think above all things, we owe ourselves an apology. And one thing that my friend said yesterday on the live stream, she said when she did the mirror work, and she was looking in the mirror, and she dealt with herself, like all the signs was there, and you still went and you had kids with this man. You still went and you did that. So at that point, whose fault really is it? Is it his fault for being broken and being toxic and being this? Or is it your fault because you knew and you didn't walk away? You know, whose fault is it? But yeah, so I just that was just so heavy in my heart, because I'm like, we just have to deal with ourselves. Point blank, period. There's like, and the thing is, all this time I was thinking that it was so complex. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking it was so complex, like, oh, how can I fix it? It started with the mirror, and it starts and it ends with you, like point blank, period. Like the bouncer at the club. You're the bouncer, and back behind you is your life. So you decide who could come in, who could come out. You decide who in there ain't acting right and needs to get thrown out. It all starts and it all ends with you. And I'm coming from a place of love, no judgment, only understanding, as former runner would say. And yeah, I just hope that this message finds you in good health, and I hope that you start to work on you. Just start to work on you and just take it day by day. And I promise you, everything will work out in your favor. No matter what it's looking like right now. No matter where you're at right now. Everything is working out in your favor. Everything. Bye. Oh, these are my earrings that my bestie bought me. They say Taurus. So cute. Okay, bye.